So you lost some weight. You reach a sticking point. You get frustrated, then you put that weight back on. Then you want to lose some weight again, so you follow the same protocol. This time you're putting the same amount of effort in, but you're not getting the results. The thing is, short term, every single diet works as long as you're in a calorie deficit. Long term is a different story completely. If you keep yo-yo dieting, keep going for extreme diets, what's going to happen is your metabolism is going to adapt. And when your metabolism adapts, it means it slows down. There are some hormonal adjustments, and you basically burn less calories at rest. And that's when you reach that sticking point. Well, that's part of the reason you reach that sticking point. As a result, you move less, your hunger increases, your energy decreases, so then you feel a sense of frustration and you move towards overeating. And because of that frustration, along with overeating, you either stop completely or you just stop losing weight. Then you get frustrated, then you put all that weight back on, and sometimes at a much faster weight. And because we put fat back on faster than lean mass in this situation, you can end up with a higher body fat percentage than when you started. And this is from yo-yo dieting. So what's tempting now is to say to yourself, okay, I know that a calorie deficit means I'll lose body fat, and if I move more as well, I'll lose body fat. So that you want to combine those two again, and you want to start trying to lose more fat. But that's not the right approach to take at this time. Your body is not ready to lose more fat. So instead of focusing on fat loss here, you actually want to do a kind of recovery diet. So what you're going to do here is you're going to add between 50 to 100 calories a week, providing you're obviously still in a deficit, until you get back to maintenance. And you want to gradually do it to avoid excess fat gain. And once you've done that, you should likely experience maybe possibly a tiny bit of weight gain that might be in the form of muscle. You'll also help restore any hormone imbalances. And to work out maintenance, just a quick way to work out maintenance, you can times your body weight in pounds by 14 to 15. And then basically what you do is you monitor your weight over time, see if it changes and see the changes it makes. If you put on weight, you know to kind of pull it back a bit. And if you're maintaining weight, then you're at the right level of calories. But if you do put on a bit of weight over this time, even if you feel like you're doing everything right, don't be alarmed. This could be muscle, this could be water weight. So do not worry about that. This phase is going to set you up to lose more fat in the future. As you build more muscle, you restore your hormone imbalances and you restore your metabolic rate as well. To fully recover, it really depends on person to person, but roughly 1 to 4 months at this maintenance level, making sure you're not doing too much cardio. And then after that, you'll be set up to lose fat. And also, you're going to be set up for long-term success as well. And that's the main point. You don't want to keep losing weight, putting it back on, and actually putting more back on as a result and end up losing muscle mass. You don't want to repeat those cycles. So what you do is after those 1 to 4 months, you make sure your calorie deficit is not too excessive. Also, to make sure your metabolism doesn't adapt too much as well, what you want to be doing is implementing something called a diet break. And a diet break can be something like every 8 weeks. You can take 1 to 2 weeks where you just put your calories at maintenance and just stay at maintenance. And during the recovery phase and this point, you don't want to be doing excessive amounts of cardio. Stick to your resistance training program and also make sure you're eating enough protein to support muscle growth and to maintain muscle as well. You want to maintain as much muscle mass as possible. If you're dieting down to really low body fat levels, you are going to lose a bit of lean mass. But if you're just dieting down to that 10% mark, you can likely maintain most of your muscle. And if in some cases as well, you can actually put on muscle depending on your experience levels and a few other factors as well. So once you get to your desired weight, it might be this time around, well, it probably will be this time around if you're focusing on dieting, desired weight, desired leanness, then what you can do is slowly creep it back up to maintenance calories and just maintain it there. You just basically want to eat in maintenance calories to maintain that weight. You could obviously do a reverse diet, which some people do talk about. Lane Norton talks about it a fair bit. I think his wife, Holly Baxter, talks about it a bit as well. probably butcher the name, but anyway, I wouldn't suggest that unless you're going really lean, like contest lean, because it works for some people and doesn't work for others. And what it will do is it will require you to kind of meticulously, not kind of, it will require you to meticulously track your calories, and not just that, it will require you to obviously be really, really wary on your weight. And it's not for everyone, basically. It can work for you, especially if you're going really, really lean, but there's not much science to support this at all. It's just kind of based on the theoretical model, obviously, of adding more calories in, and then what's going to happen is you're going to move more and burn more, and then you're not going to be eating too little calories, and you're going to still maintain your weight. But I wouldn't worry too much about reverse dieting. If you get really lean, like I said, then you can do reverse dieting. But if you're going down to about 10%, then you don't need to worry about it. But just slowly add calories. I would say about 80 to 100 a week you can add. And then what you can do from there is, when you get to maintenance, like I said, just stay at maintenance. And as I mentioned earlier, make sure you're eating enough protein, 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. And if you weigh a lot, you just do 1 gram of protein per pound of your goal body weight. Even that would be a good and accurate measure as well. Then make sure you're getting enough protein. Make sure you're eating highly satiating foods. Most of your foods coming from whole foods. You can watch my video I did on flexible dieting. I talk about the 80-20 rule, where 80% of your food will come from whole foods, and about 20% of those foods can come from treat foods like cakes, like takeaways and whatnot. That will keep your diet adherence levels up and be sustainable long term as well. You want this to be sustainable long term. Remember, you want to lose the weight and keep it off. And this video is mainly for those people that do find themselves going back and forth between yo-yo dieting. If you don't struggle to lose body fat, then why are you here? No, I'm kidding. But this, it's all good to bear in mind, because you don't want to put yourself in that trap of yo-yo dieting and getting frustrated. Remember, be patient, it takes time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a massive thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Any questions, drop them in the comments below. Until the next video, keep pushing your limits.